Okay, welcome to the Street Shaman podcast. I am your host, Poe and the Rockstar, aka Shamanic Poe, and today I'm with rapper. What else? What else? What other hats do you have?
Man, it's okay just to say that, a little
Just a
bit. Just say
rapper,
entrepreneur, man.
entrepreneur, rapper. Walt DeeZ. How you doing, man? How you feeling today?
Man, I'm good. I'm chilling, bro. How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. I mean, despite all the bullshit that's going on today,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
doing
true.
all right. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
with all this election shit, with all this COVID shit, I'm doing all right, man. I'm living, I'm chilling, I'm working, I'm doing music and shit.
That's
So
what's up, man.
there's nothing else I could really ask for. How you doing though? How you
Good.
been?
Busy with this new school stuff, Got to play teacher now 'cause the kids aren't in school. You
Oh
know what I mean?
yeah?
Yeah. So gotta like teach things, you know what I'm talking about.
What do you mean? Oh, you homeschooling. You mean you
Basically, right?
homeschooling?
Because coronavirus shut the schools down.
Okay. Cause you in Cali. Where you at in Cali?
By Lancaster. You heard of it?
Okay. Nah.
Middle of
Where's that
nowhere,
at?
man. Basically, I'm even further than that, but I'm closest to Lancaster, the biggest city, the
Okay,
closest to me.
so you're not really dealing with a lot of the bullshit that's going on with like the homelessness in LA and shit like that.
Nah, man. Nah, I'm like 2 hours away, so
Okay.
it's like a whole different type of vibe out here, man. Slower, you know, not like a big like city like LA.
Right.
Not a lot of traffic out here, so
So you're
that's
in the
cool.
farms.
Yeah,
You're in the
desert,
farmland.
man. Desert and shit.
Oh, in the desert.
Desert, man. Yeah, desert and shit. Nothing around.
No
Hot as
doubt.
hell out here too. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dealing with any fires out there? Or you not by the
It's
fire?
crazy because we get the smoke from it. This just the smoke. Like we don't see the
So you-
fires; they're so far away, but the smoke
But you
just
get the
comes.
smoke?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Back when it was bad, like let's say last month or no, a couple weeks ago, we get the smoke.
And it
Yeah.
was actually like smoke, like you was breathing that shit in. You had a
Yeah. And then
fucking
the ash, and sometimes the ash would come down, fall, like on all your
Mhm.
shit. So besides that though, man, it wasn't like too many days though. So like I'm pretty far removed from the normal SoCal stuff. I'm like out in the desert on a different type of vibe out here, man.
Okay, so you're not by the beach.
Nah, but it's still cool because you're close enough to like go down to the beach. You know what I'm saying? Just what, two
Right.
hours is nothing. You know what I mean, to go drive if you
Right.
want.
If you really trying to do that shit, then
But pretty much, I
might
just
as
chill at
well.
the house, man, low key. Um, pretty much. I just keep it simple, man. Lately, you know what I mean?
So this COVID shit is not bothering you any, not one bit.
Not too much. Well, when you go out in town, because I do forget sometimes like how the world's working. Then you go out like down to LA, you're like, oh shit, where's my mask at?
Right, right.
Yeah.
I constantly come out the fucking car and be like, oh shit,
I was gonna say,
damn
how's
near
it
to
for
the
you up there,
door,
man?
huh?
I was gonna say, how's it for you over there? Like,
Well, I'm in Illinois right now, so Illinois is like I haven't been to Chicago since I've been out here, and I've heard that's crazy. But where I'm at is peaceful for the most part. People are partying, people enjoying their life and shit. Excuse
like
me.
the COVID's not even a thing. They're
Yeah,
okay. That's what's up.
I mean, they got the masks on when they need to, stores that ask for it. But outside of that, nobody's really like,
Uh,
it's not like, oh shit, excuse me, oh stay away from me. No one's fighting, no one's arguing with nobody in the store. Like, hey, he's too close to me. Like, no one's acting crazy.
it was
Everybody's just
crazy for a
like,
minute when it first happened up here. People were acting all fucking crazy, man. Buying
yeah,
everything, damn near pushing people over and shit. But it calmed down though. So
right. The toilet paper shit was crazy.
yeah, what the fuck?
Why everybody grabbed toilet paper? Like they
What
thought they
the
were gonna
fuck
shit
was that
themselves.
about?
Like
I don't
what
know.
they thought.
I don't know. I was like, what am I missing? What did I
They,
miss?
did you think this was diarrhea type of virus or some shit? You just gonna shit yourself? You have to put fucking toilet paper on your ass and walk with it. I don't know why you needed so much toilet paper. Like, what was going on? Why we had to regulate it why we had to treat people like children for
Yeah,
toilet paper.
but
Like that shit is ridiculous.
I didn't get. I was like, what am I missing? I don't get this. Like, what the fuck? Damn.
So what's
Nah,
going
man.
on
But
with you,
besides
man?
that, though, it's pretty chill, though, man.
No doubt, man. What's going on with you, man? What's going on with the music? How you
Shit,
doing?
man. Actually, my computer just died on me a little bit ago, but it's been like 10, 12 years, so it's all good. It's like it was time for another one. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I'm working to get another one, but before that, I was just pretty like more like low key, more like busy, like living life and like just letting live and like more so like just not like taking a break, but just like letting like just being low key with it, letting it happen when I want to, more type. Instead of like putting out music when I'm like, oh, okay, I want to like drop it for this reason, that reason. I was more just like writing when I really felt that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like going with my
Right.
flow, however I was feeling.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. I'm kind of on that vibe right now. Like I got a
right?
new song. I got a new song that's coming out, and I'm actually doing the painting for the cover art and shit, and I'm gonna put it up for sale afterwards. But yeah, I'm just letting it come. I'm just letting it come. You know,
Right.
like especially with all that's going on right now, it's like who really wants to really be partying? Like, yeah, you could try to distract yourself, but actually a new song for partying in
Mm-hmm.
this time,
It's gonna hit different during this whole thing right now, right? It is. I feel you
right?
on that, man. Look, and then I forgot. I think like we forget too, man. Like sometimes artists take a different amount of time to release music, or the length it doesn't matter so much. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we're in the social media age, but it's like you don't got to, you know what I mean? Whatever you're dealing with, whenever I put it out, that's why I was like, man, I'm just going with whatever I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At the
Right,
time.
because I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Like I don't feel like I should be coming through with like a million songs and hit you with, and I don't feel
Yeah.
like I should just be hitting you with a consistent, like the type of music that I'm making. I'm just can't be hitting you with a consistent message. I'm coming through with a whole different theme every time.
Yeah.
I need time to recoup, go back, you know what I mean? Like into the hiding, into my little hole, think about some shit, whether I need to get myself depressed, whether I need to go out and, fucking backpack around US to learn some
Yeah.
shit and see some different shit. I need time for that to come back and do some new shit. Like I really be taking my music shit seriously, like too serious.
Yeah.
That's why like it's easier to just be like, fuck it, let me do this podcast shit because I could at the end of the day I could say, well, hey, I ain't a podcaster.
Mhm.
Even though I'm doing a podcast, I could cop out, I could bullshit and be like, hey, well, I ain't
Yeah.
really one. It's,
Yeah.
it's it's early in the game. Whereas in music, it's like I've been doing this shit my whole life. I take this shit super serious. I stay up wild nights. Like I just finished mixing this fucking record and I
Okay.
mixed it myself. This is the first song that I've ever mixed. This is the
Oh yeah.
first song that I ever produced and recorded myself. I know it doesn't sound up to fucking industry standards or whatever. I
Uh-huh.
just want it to be good enough to get the message across. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's nerve wracking. It's fucking nerve wracking because
Yeah.
I set a standard. I worked with people in the industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I worked with people that actually produce for people that have platinum plaques. So I have worked with dudes that toured all around the fucking world. So it's
Yeah.
like now I'm trying to do my shit myself. And even though when I was doing the music with them, I was behind them and yo, can you do that? Re-edit that? Can you remix that? Can
Yeah.
let's reproduce that. Let's lower that, bring that back up. I
That's
was
true.
kind of calling the shots a little bit because I wasn't just taking. There was only a couple times that I've ever taken a beat and just rapped on the shit and put it out. And those were the worst times of my life. Those were the most
Uh-huh.
depressing times. I didn't even give a fuck. I was like, whatever. Like when I met you,
Oh,
when
okay.
we met,
Yeah.
I was just that project outside of Twerk Team. I thought that was a cool song, fun for everybody.
Okay.
I didn't think like I was just like whatever. I recorded some of the shit in the crib. I recorded some of the shit in my homie's crib, and I didn't like put my passion into that. I just made a couple catchy songs to add to the Twerk Team shit,
Oh,
and then I
okay.
was like, let's do something with that because I was not. mentally there. Whereas
Okay.
now I'm back to my shit where I'm like, all right, let's make this fucking song all together,
Yeah.
like a
But I feel
whole
like that's the dope
fucking
part about music.
idea.
That's like the dope part
Yeah.
about music too, because you
Are
put
you
your different
doing that
experiences
now?
into it. Huh?
Right, right. All the experiences that you get through it. But are you doing like when you think of doing a song, do you think of like how sometimes I know you just probably get in there and rap and shit, but do you ever think about like how this is gonna come across? How could somebody absorb this? How
Yeah.
could somebody use this in their everyday life? Like what do you think about when you
Yeah,
about to
I
make a
think that
record?
comes across. I think it's a bunch of different thoughts, but I think that comes across on some songs too. You know what I mean? Some songs I'm just like, well, I'm just trying to go hard on this one. Some songs I'm like, let me write, like tell a story, or let me like try to give an emotion. You're right. Yeah, let me try to give this type of vibe or emotion with this song. So yeah, and then you're like, okay, when you put it out, you're like, let's see if they see how it, see how people hit it. Because that's the thing when you put music out, you never know how people are gonna, like it or hear it. So all you do is like just put it out, and it is what it is. Shit, and that's what I think. That's what I've been doing. Like you said too, you were like you're basically like living life using those experiences in the music. That's why
Right.
I'm like with music, you can never like run out of things to like write about. I feel like it's just because you're living life, writing about stuff, getting inspired, traveling, like you said, driving around, going places, man, getting different ideas
Right.
and shit. You know what I mean? That's what I think
Right.
I'm doing
Right.
right now, more so. You know what I mean? I'm just like getting inspiration. Might seem like it's slowed down, but I'm like, really, it's not. If you think about it, it still goes into the music process.
Yeah.
The experiences we're doing right now.
Right. Did you write anything while this COVID and everything's happening?
Yeah, man. I will say not like all verses, but like sometimes you hear beats, and you're like you write some bars in your phone. More so like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like a couple bars here, a couple bars there. You hear stuff. You start free, or then like freestyling and shit. When you're like doing shit around the house, whatever. More shit like that, man. So that's why I feel like it's dope too. I'm like, I'm still like in it, even though if you don't put nothing out, I'm still kind of like exercising the muscle. You know what I mean? Still by
Right.
what I'm doing. So I'm like, I'm not really like feeling like I'm taking a break. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
different, just doing like more low key, I guess, if anything.
Okay, no
When
doubt. So, are you planning to like tour in 2021? Are you one of those people that
Nah,
think that
I'm not planning
have
on any
like
tours.
hope for the future? Yo, you don't got no hope for the future.
No, no, I don't know, not tour
Well, you
plans
ain't got no
anytime
hope for the
soon.
future. It's all right. It's all right.
I've
You
been
ain't.
planning on a tour in a minute. Wait, what about you? Wait, when you putting that song out? Was it this week?
October 23rd. I had to make
Hey,
sure I timed it out right so I could send it to fucking editorial playlist. I'm hoping to get a couple spins on that bitch to see if some more people could, listen to the music.
yeah.
But outside of that, like, cause I figured might as well take a shot. But outside of that, yeah, I got another one coming out for my the other projects that I'm doing, the shamanic post shit. I got another one coming out probably most likely the end of November. So I'm
Oh,
just trying to come out with one every month at least.
that's dope. So wait, a video for this one or no?
Most likely. There's nothing in the works. I ain't do nothing yet.
Okay, that's
But
all that.
most likely. The thing is, I actually got a video for Shamanic Poe, the project that I did last month. It was like a four track instrumental.
I don't think I heard that one. I'm thinking of your last project. I heard it had like the what was the cover with like the head and like the zombie type s vibe on the
Yeah, the
front, right?
crazy shit. Yeah,
That's the one I'm talking. Thinking of. That's not the one you're talking about though, right?
that's sick in the head. Sick in the
Yeah.
head. No, what I'm talking about is music to the spirit world
Okay.
by Shamanic Poe. If you check that out, it's just
I
beats,
need to.
but
Yeah.
it's like trippy beats and shit.
Uh,
I got something. I got a music video that's already made. I just gotta get it from the video dude. I gotta pay him.
yeah.
Money's tight, so I'm holding off. I'm like, yo, wait up on that.
Yeah.
Give me a week or so, because money's tight and I gotta keep it real. So I'm like,
Yeah.
give me you know what I mean? Give me a week or so.
Yeah.
But I got this new song that I'm putting out with Heal This Pain for Potent the Rockstar, and then I got a new music video for Shamanic Poe for the project last month. So I'm just trying to,
I think
and then
that's
we doing
dope.
this, we talking, people get to know what's going on in the background or whatever. And I'm gonna try to keep this shit going. I got a little bit of hope for next year. I think this election shit is the reason why motherfuckers is trying to shut everything down, trying to make people look a certain way, and then once all that shit blows over and the dust settles, they're gonna act like, oh, COVID wasn't a really big thing
Big deal,
like we
right?
thought.
Right, right. I haven't thought about
I,
touring in a minute though, man. To be real, I haven't thought of. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I haven't thought about that. Um,
nah, you haven't
no,
think
no,
about touring? Why not?
not like. I mean, I haven't thought about any putting out any plans, like solid plans out for any time recent. Is what I should say, I guess, right?
I
Who
want to
knows what
do
the
like
future holds?
fucking. I want to do like a house party tour. I want to do like a
So,
skate park tour. I want to be
that'd
in
be
the mud. I want to be
yeah,
at the halls, whatever. Like I don't want to be fuck the venues, cause especially you're gonna social distance, so we gotta wear the mask. I want to
that's
try
true.
to hide this shit. Yo, we send it to buy a ticket and we send you the location. If you surround the area, we'll let you know, and then I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We gotta do something. We gotta do it underground and fuck all that shit.
Yeah, I still think one of the best ways, is getting out there, connecting to people. You know what I mean? Reaching people face to face. Social media is dope, but still, when you get out there, it's just a whole different thing, man. Whole different.
Yeah, man. Like the most dedicated and most like loyal listeners and people that I have and that's around me. Usually, it's because they actually met me in person.
Exactly. It's just something you can't beat that. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's true. That's true.
Yo, Merrick, what are you saying? We got an audience. You at the bar? What bar are you at? But yeah, man.
That's dope. Oh, I was gonna say the names with the music. That's just because you want to keep like a certain type of vibe with your certain music, like separate. Is that what that's about? Just so you can express yourself a certain way under each type of title, right? I fuck with that. I've been thinking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that lately, man. Hmm.
Yeah, man, it's like because people like I would love to just be able to do everything under one name and shit, but people don't accept that shit the right way, especially nowadays. It's like, oh, you giving me when I listen to this name, when I grab this name, this is what I listen to. You know what I mean? This is what
Yeah,
I'm expecting from you. If you ain't delivering what I'm expecting from you, it could be fire, but it ain't what I'm expecting from you. So now it's trash.
that's true.
So if you go and be like, hey, this is potent rockstar shit, you're gonna get some dark, you're gonna get some fucking raunchy shit, you're gonna get some outlandish bars and shit. Okay, that's potent rockstar.
Okay,
So shamanic poet is like this is more like meditative, more trippy, ambient sounds. You listen to this on your own type shit. This is not really some shit that you're gonna listen to and jam out in a club
it's like some
or
personal,
want
like
to right for yourself when you listen to something like um I had this one dude from I don't know if you know the band, but Dot Curve,
I've heard.
which
Yeah,
they used to have a little bullshit beef with Broken Side actually. But
I
one
didn't
of
know.
the dudes that really wasn't the beefing dude, he was just more like the mellow cat.
Uh-huh.
He was hype about the music to the spirit world.
Okay,
He was like, yo, I like there was no for something that didn't have no lyrics, like that shit spoke to me. It was like a story. So I mean, that's my point. That was the idea, but
hmm,
I'm glad somebody actually thought that it was, you know what I mean?
yeah. What do you make your beats on, man?
I'm using machine right now.
Like
I got
MP3.
a machine.
I don't
You know
make
what a
beats,
machine
man.
is?
Believe it or not.
What happened?
I said I don't make beats. I don't know. I didn't
Oh,
know
so
that. Is there like a brand, like a little keyboard controllers for
hold on,
beat?
you breaking up. You breaking up. You breaking up. Are you good? You
You good?
good?
You got
Yeah,
me.
you good. You good. All right.
No,
So you
what?
don't
What?
make beats?
Nah, man, I don't. That's why I was like, is it like a controller, a MIDI controller?
Yeah, it's a MIDI controller. It's a
So,
MIDI controller. I got it to my laptop, but machine is the same company that produces this plugin called Massive. Massive or Massive X is like in 90% of the songs that people put out. It got
Oh,
all the fires. It got all the fires. The sounds and shit in there.
okay.
So it's smooth as hell. I bought it for like $300. It's
Okay.
not even expensive. Like $300, you plug that shit into your fucking computer, and you sign up, and you're ready to go. And my computer is probably not gonna last me for 4 or 5 more months. I already
Oh,
know.
okay.
Like you know what I mean. It's a bullshit ass laptop right now.
Yeah. I
I've been said I was gonna grab me some new shit, but I've been holding off, and now I can't. So
uh-huh.
I'm hoping. I'm
Mine
hoping for the best. What happened? Yours
mine
died, right?
yeah, man, it was starting to act funny. I should have known the signs were coming. But then one time I turned it on, it kind of like digitalized and like shut off, not wanting to come on.
Mm,
So I'm like 12 years old anyways or whatever. I got that shit in like 2010, man. So I was like, what?
damn.
Yeah. I was like, okay, it's time. I saved all my shit on the terabyte, so I'm like, I'm not really too upset. But
No doubt.
you
So
know, I
because
gotta wait till the
you got
uh,
everything basically, but you need a new computer to get everything over.
yeah, and then also though, I need a new little something to like a little preamp or something to. I have an Inbox 3, but it's so
Right.
that our Inbox 2, and it's super old apparently. They don't even make software for it, so gotta buy a new one of those. But it's all good, you know. I'm not in no big rush because I'm like, you know, money and shit.
Right. And with this COVID, man, you gotta let us get our money. Like they're not letting us even
It's
get
crazy,
money.
right?
Yo, don't even get money, dog. There's COVID out there. Don't even get money. 200,000 people died out of 330 million, but don't go out there and get money.
It's
And
crazy.
it's
Like,
like,
would you assist? Like, but do what though? I'm like, it's crazy. It's a weird time right now.
so how are you coping? How are you coping in 2020? Like, what do you do?
Actually, man, I'm chilling. Like I said, it's not really because it's not really affecting me too much. But I just be on mostly I just stay busy too, man. Like mostly with all this the kids going to school, for one with that, and I just try to keep myself
Right,
busy, man. You know what I mean?
right. You've been teaching kids. You've been
Yeah, my
teaching your
kid. Yeah.
kids.
That's what I'm saying, man. I turned into a teacher once the schools closed. Um, but yeah, man. Shit. I actually got this bike. Started riding this bike again. I'm like, man, you know, I never rode a bike in a minute. 'Cause growing up, you know, bikes and ramps and shit all the time. But
You talking about like a BMX bike? You talking
like a
about
mountain
BMX
bike. No, like a mountain
mountain
bike.
bike?
I'm not getting crazy. There's like a little
Okay,
mountain bike. But
okay.
yeah, man, just been chilling like on that shit. It's more living, man. You know what I mean?
No
Wait, how
doubt.
about wait, everything's like closed down for you still, or like can you like go out and shit in public and to
I can go out.
I
I
mean
can
like
go
to
out.
like
We
the
could
normal
just,
out there? Like everything
yeah. I
half the
mean,
stuff is
it's
closed here.
a lot of the shit is quarantine and weird. You got to wear the mask. You get to your seat and then take off the mask, and you can do whatever you want. But then, like I've been to bars, and that only flies for a little bit. You get a couple beers in you, and you're like, man, fuck this mask. Put it in your back pocket. And I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta pee. You know what I mean? Like, and
Exactly.
no one looks at you no type of way because you're just like, yep, I would do the same thing. I'm not putting that fucking mask back on
I'm
to go
just
to the
saying,
bathroom
man.
over there.
God damn.
You know what
Fuck.
I mean? As long as you're not walking around, you
That,
should be all right.
that's what I thought growing up. That's what I thought we were good, right? Just cover your mouth, you know, and just stay back if you're sick. I thought we were good as kids. I was like, okay. But
Right, right. You do one of these, do it like that, you should be all right. It's
I'm
not
okay.
going. Now it's
Nah,
too
man,
crazy.
it's a trip. Yeah, it is a trip, man. It's gonna be something we're gonna look back, talk about. Like, what the fuck? That was a crazy ass year, man. What the fuck? Uh,
Right, right. Is who you voting for? You voting for Trump?
I don't really vote, man. I don't give a sh. I don't, cause man, there's like, I don't know, man. Cause like, I feel like I don't know, man. I don't
Yeah,
know.
man. Fuck that. That's how I feel. I'm like, I'm part of the 100 million that don't vote. Everybody's like, you gotta vote. We gotta, like, my family be like, we gotta get Chucky out of. I'm
Yeah,
like, Chucky, calling him
maybe
Chucky, like that's what y'all worried about?
I'm like, I mean, maybe if I knew more about it, move about the both parties. But the way I just feel about it now, I'm like, I just feel like it's not that big of a difference for either one to be in there. They're doing what they want to fucking do overall.
Right,
I feel like there's a bigger agenda, maybe, you know, because like it's
right,
a bunch of us, man. The way we work, the long hectic hours. No one really has money. We're always like people are like middle class is like barely can afford stuff. We're all check to check. I'm like, I think there's bigger things going on we need to worry about, man. But like I said, maybe it's because I don't know about voting and shit. Maybe that's why. But I'm like, right now, that's how I feel. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're saying you don't know about voting, but you know about what's good for people, for like humanity,
That's what the
which
vibe
is
I'm on right now.
crazy. Like, I don't know about voting, but I know what works for people, what sounds like it works for people. I don't know why this is not what works for voting, though,
That's what
because voting is should be for the people.
it should be. It should. I feel like it's too control. I don't know. I don't feel like it's like as innocent as they make it. You know what I mean? When we vote for these people,
100%.
I know you could vote like other candidates and shit. Like I said, maybe I'm not educated enough on it. People will be like, "Well, you need to vote. No, you shouldn't say that." I'm like, "Well, I don't know, man. There's like something else. Why? I don't know."
Right. You'd be like, oh, well, I'm not educated enough for people. Like, vote anyway. Vote for the person I tell you to vote for, and that's that.
See, yeah. Maybe
You'll be fine.
I don't believe enough in those people. I don't believe enough. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's it too. I don't believe enough in either like that system enough like to think it's gonna like make a change. Like I said, I think they're doing their own shit anyways. Whoever's in control, you know what I mean? Like I think there's a bigger, you know what I mean?
Right. It don't matter. It's just like we're just changing the faces for you. It's just basically, all right, this is
Low
the
key
color
how I
of the
feel. You know what I mean?
right.
I'm like,
Right. You
they're trying to keep us a certain way. Like I said, we're all pretty much the same. We're all check, trying to dream better, want more. But we're in a consumer based like market shit. Like always buy. You know, work. Save on for a vacation, maybe no vacation time days on my job, really. So I'm like, man, I
right.
feel like there's something bigger going on we're missing or we're not focusing on and shit as people. You know
Right.
what I mean? I'm not saying
Right.
I'm better. I'm just saying like as a group of people. You know what I mean? Like citizens. I feel like we're getting played a little bit. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's it's kind of sad because I think we've always been getting played, but now that we could see it, like it's blatant in our face, we know better. I mean, there's at least enough of us that know better, that are like screaming at the top of their lungs on the top of a mountain, like, yo,
That's true.
that shit ain't good over there, and they
The
try and do
information
all
is
their
right.
best, but we can see it. We can see the cracks. We can see, oh, you made a, like right now,
Mm-hmm.
the Kamala and Pence situation, a fly landed on homie's head,
Uh-huh.
and he didn't notice the fly. He was talking, and they killed. I mean, I get it. He looks like a part of the reptilian group. He looks like a lizard person. I
Yeah.
get that. I understand that. But
Uh-huh.
at the end of the day, homie was getting his shit off. He was saying some shit. They was not trying to hear that shit. Everybody, everywhere, online
The
is talking
fly.
about the fly that landed on homie's head. Like,
That's true. That's true.
what was the good points? What was the good points that Kamala said that was interesting? That was gonna be for the people. That something that we could root for and something we can be like, yeah, that's why we voting. Outside of, look at this guy got a fly in his head. He part of the devil or some bullshit. He's a piece of shit. That's how you know he's a piece of shit, because he
Because the
got a
fly
fly
landed.
on his head. Like,
Overall, that is the overall thing that, cause I didn't watch it, right? But like,
right.
if I look online, that is the only one thing I see from that is the fly picture, right? I don't see any quotes or mean quotes. You're right, man. Like that's the only thing I saw from that. That's a trip. That's a
Exactly.
trip.
Exactly. I mean, I watched a little bit of it, but it was boring. It was boring.
Uh-huh.
Y'all not saying nothing.
They wasn't
Y'all
saying
just
shit.
trying to sound, yeah, you're just trying to sound good, but you're not even, they really not even saying, yo, we're going to give you this. We're going to give you that. Come fuck with us. We got this. We got that for y'all. You just
Maybe that's
saying,
what I
yo,
don't
we
like
got to
too.
get this
Yeah.
guy out of here. We got
I
to get this guy out of here. And it's like, handle that. Take
but
care of that. How about that?
what's gonna happen? What are you gonna do? That's what I'm saying. Like let's talk normal. Don't dance around the question. Don't say stuff like a politician, like in generalized thing. Like let's like you said, like I'm gonna do this, that. Here's what I think
Right.
about this, that. Maybe if that's how like these politicians that people talk to would like I don't fucking know. Maybe they can't talk like that because it's so much full of shit going on. They have to like dance around shit. But I'm like I said, man, like you're saying, it's like not like a bunch of like, I don't know. I don't feel like it's like legit, like all the way. That's how I feel right now, though. Like I said, watch.
Yeah, I think they don't.
You know what I mean?
They, they don't like the fact that Trump's up there and he's making a mockery of the whole situation because he's kind of like goofy up there, like he ain't trying to be a politician. He just up there leaning on shit, like, yeah, we should do that.
Saying what he wants to say.
You guys over there, like he's not even trying. Like, yeah, that works. Look, he's lying in people's faces. He's talking shit about people. That's the one thing about this shit in the industry. This is an industry thing. This is a political thing. This is when we talk about being in the industry, you gotta play the politics, which is like, hey, how you doing, man? What's going on? You see somebody, you meet somebody, you shake their hand. I mean, that's common courtesy. But that what if you didn't like dude? You're still doing it, man. Well, we gotta play the game. This guy can give me an opportunity here and there down the line, play the game. Or for a while, a lot of rappers weren't even trying to have beefs. Like now, the cool shit is to have a beef. Well, I think that kind of died down, but that was the wave recently. Before that, there was a time. Before that, it was a time of being politically correct, cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being politically incorrect and cool and with everybody in the rap world was at the same time Obama was president. At the same time Trump was president, everybody was beefing with him and his mother. So I think that's probably why they want him out of there, because they're like, yo, he's making everybody crazy. Like,
it is a bunch of shit I hear though. See, we need the memes, a bunch of shit. People, it is a bunch of like negative like energy. Like all I can say, like, because you can't go online and people like not voicing their opinion about it. So that's why I'm saying too, like I don't watch anything like news related about the politics, but I'm like, I hear enough, I see enough from you guys posting and talk about it. So I try to, and then but I do try to like, I don't know, man, not watch news, but like try to like when I watch interviews on YouTube and shit, I try to like get into like some of those different podcasts, like see what the fuck they're talking about, man. You know what I mean? Like going with the open mind. What the fuck what are they talking about? I'm like, and obviously I can make my own opinion. Like, nah, you guys are full of shit, or this is like some hate shit, or I could be like, okay, I can see where you're coming from, but I don't know, you're reaching, or I could be like, I agree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's usually what it is. It's usually like a little bit of I agree, a little bit of you reaching. Now you trying to make the person look crazy. You trying to throw shade, and
some
it's like
stuff's legit though. I'm not saying some stuff's not legit. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not saying that. What's wrong is wrong, obviously.
Right.
I'm just saying, like in general, like the news can like sway stuff. So I always try to like go through like different YouTube podcasts, videos and shit. Like, let me see what people are talking about over here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Trying to like sway our emotions and shit. I believe in that shit too. Like they try to like make the mass people feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Try to like not rig us, but like get us all fucking hyped up sometimes. So I'm like, wait, let me fucking see real quick, man. Before I just my knee jerk reaction type shit.
Right. That's partially or mostly what my new song's about. My new song is basically about that alone. It's basically about the wool over people's eyes. You know what I mean? When they used to say, yo, you have the wool, put the wool over your eyes. So my first line is because the wool of your eye has always been the trend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because that is the trend. It's to just basically blind you, keep you blind, keep you like, yo, check out this whimsical thing. Everything is like Disney. Like there is a rainbow at the end of the fucking whatever shower. There is, a light at the end of the tunnel. There's, you're gonna make it one day, and you're gonna have this. That's why everybody has that fucking. You can do it. Anybody can do it. We all can do it.
Yeah.
Nah, we all can't do it. I've seen some people that can't do it. I'm sorry. I love them to death, but they can't do it. They can't.
Not mean. It just sounds funny. I get what
I'm
saying.
not. I know. I'm talking crazy. I'm being aggressive, but at the same time, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you're not being mean. No, it just sounded.
I love them to death, but they can't do it.
Yeah.
They can't
do it. Maybe it's because it's not their strong suit to do that. Sometimes people think
And
you
it's
could do
alright.
stuff exactly right. So it's you got to tell. They might not meant to go down this path. Maybe they were meant for a different type of journey.
A
I don't
different
think about
path.
that enough. You know what I'm saying?
But they feed everybody the same path of like you're gonna have all the riches in the world. So like I'm a little kid thinking like I can do it all. Like I remember like they were telling me you can be all that you can be, like that type of shit. You know what I mean? You were like, wow, I
Yeah.
can be, and I mean, yeah, you can be
I know. I get what you're saying though.
to
I
a
get what you're saying.
certain I can't be 7 foot tall Shaquille O'Neal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
As
if
you
I
like
want to
reaching
be a
for,
basketball player,
I
I
feel like
gotta
in low
fall
key as
back
you
on
reaching
that.
for stuff, you might. I feel like in low key as you reaching for stuff, did you even want it, or did they put it in there for you to want? I'm like, did I even want that type of lifestyle or shit? 'Cause I'm like, I'm pretty fucking happy right now with this shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, low key, it's like catch myself doing that with my music stuff too. Like, damn man. I was
Right.
like, damn man. Like, I'm pretty fucking happy where I'm at now. Like, we should obviously never stop trying to be great, be better. You, I get that type of vibe, but at the same time, I'm like. But you gotta be happy too. Like be happy life now too. At the same time, man. Always chasing, reaching for other shit. That's what I feel like they they push us to do. Like I said, man, buy more. We're all check to check, basically.
Right.
But he
I
has like
mean,
millions in the bank.
it depends on what you subscribe to. Because if you
True.
subscribe to like money, they got plenty of movies for that. They got hella songs for that. Like
True.
rap is basically get this money. We going, you know what I mean? We're gonna ball out. We're gonna run it up, get the bag, and then
You gotta dig for the
everybody.
other type of music, man. You know what I
You
mean?
have to
You have
dig
to
for
like
it
dig. You know what I'm saying?
on the mainstream, on the surface level.
Yeah.
If you don't get into the shit, you're gonna see the surface level, which is what? Just fucking drugs,
Yep.
money, party, the
24/7.
hoes,
24/7.
cheeks, like just cheeks, just mad cheeks for you all day. Just as soon as you turn it
Non-stop.
on, you be like, God damn, this is a porno.
24/7. Nobody's having a mild day. Everybody's turned the fuck up, lit, rich. Okay. Damn. Okay. Fuck.
Right, everybody's turned up. Everybody's turned up. It's ridiculous.
Oh shit. No, man, that's true. That's true. That's funny though. That's the way. That's the one thing that comes across. I wonder why. Why the fuck? I don't know. Because everybody wants something. I guess you can't have. So I'm like, how funny would it be if like another category was like population? Yeah, right. Like popular. Like what if like the more top like in country music, you know what I'm saying? Like sad songs are popular. Why couldn't
Right.
rap have like maybe emo songs be popular or something like that? Or like how rock is like more like punk rock has their whatever popular vibe. What if rap had a different vibe than like that shit? How different would shit be, man? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Crazy.
Like at least give it its time in court. Like put
Yeah.
it on a certain channel where you can at least, all right, that's the
Yeah.
station that you
Yeah.
can listen to that. I don't see why that can't be a thing. I don't see why there isn't enough sponsorship money, because that's what they'll come down to. They're like, well, the ad dollars. Hold up, you're gonna tell me there's not enough skate shops and skate companies
For
and
real.
that can put up the money
For real.
to be promoting to that crowd? I don't see
For
how
real.
y'all missing that. You get what
And
I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying too, man. Makes me think sometimes like, or is this just the type of shit that they're putting out there for a reason? You know what I'm saying? To make it famous in the genre. I'm like, because like you said, there's a bunch of dope artists and dope different vibes of music, but it's like that's not on the forefront. So I'm like, is it more popular because that's what we look for? Is it more popular because that's what we've been conditioned to look for?
well,
Fuck.
yeah, we've been conditioned. There is actually like a theory, and there's
Yeah.
that coincides with the prison system
Okay.
and the actual music industry, as far as the music industry changing its tune, where the rap where all the as far as the rap lane, they had all the different, like in the 80s we had all those different rap styles. Everybody, like there was more the African looking groups. There was the De La Souls, the Brand Nubians,
Yeah.
and then there was some party dudes. There was party
There
dudes.
was. There
There was some
was.
love song dudes. They were just spitting love songs and shit. But
True.
they changed all that, and they basically made it all about hustling. They made it all about getting money, and they filtered it out. Where most of those other artists, they basically try to tell them, oh, that's kind of whack. That's not popping no more. this is what's popping now, and it was NWA that was kind of like the first
Wave.
group that really, yeah, the first wave that really started doing the gangster rap. That, oh, this is what's
I feel
popping.
you. I
They
feel you.
turned it. This is like there's actually like an organization that's fighting against this shit and everything in Cali,
Oh yeah.
saying that, yeah, I'll we are the change organization or something. I'll send you the link after the pod and shit. I'll
Uh,
send you the link so you can see it. They have like a video where they show that the music industry changed to try to promote violence and drug use and drug selling and everything like that, so that way they can try to get more people into jail and to
Trip. That's
use
a
them
trip.
as slave labor. Because when you go into
Slavery is
jail and you're
legal.
working,
Yeah.
right? Once you go to jail, slavery is legal. They get you in there. They get you working for McDonald's, making their little vests and their
Under the 13th
uniforms and
Amendment,
shit.
that's a trip, right? Under the 13th Amendment, that slavery is legal in jail. That's a trip. That's shit that I don't remember learning in school, really. You know what I mean? Something I just
Yeah,
came
yeah,
across
yeah.
just digging, right? Like you don't really remember, I don't remember learning that.
Yeah, you know how it goes. You know how it goes when you
No.
open up the book, right? You start on chapter one, like you're going through the semester. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, then eventually it goes, hey, go to chapter 10, and then
Yeah.
oh wait, let's go to 8, and then let's go to 14, and it's like, wait a
Hopping
minute, what
around
about these
shit.
chapters in between? We ain't even there was stuff in the book that we never even touched on.
I
If you
swear to
didn't go
God,
through the
yeah.
book yourself, you would be like, I didn't even know that was in there. Nah, they just glossed over that shit. Just read that
Exactly.
paragraph. Now let's go to the. It was like they were treating it like the Bible. Go to,
They have their
you
own
know what I
part.
mean?
They have their favorite parts they're going to show you and harp on in school. That's true, without a doubt. Without a doubt. That's why I'm saying too. That's why I'm like, I'm cautious before I'm letting them tell me what it is or what to look for and shit. I'm like, based upon seeing how the school system works too. They just want us to be our little worker bees, trained to go get a job, work 30, 40 years somewhere for all these major companies and shit, man. I see how it is. Nobody ever is talking about like what makes them happy or maybe starting a business if that's what they want to do. Or fuck, if you want to go work for a company, like you can. I'm just saying, is that what we want to do? That's all I'm trying to say. Like, what do you want to
Right,
do?
right, right. I mean, it's just scummy nowadays, man. It's scummy. Like the industry is getting worse. I don't even know how they get how you get any more greedier than you are. Like how can you want
Right?
more
Right?
when you got it all? Like I don't
Right?
understand
The trip.
the mindset of somebody that's like next year more. Like, all right, dog. Like
Yeah.
you ain't good in your own body.
That's what I'm saying. It's a dangerous line you're walking there, right? If you're always chasing that something that's not attainable, like that, not that real happiness. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're talking about, right? Like, got to be careful with that. You can never find happiness. You end up fucking old and shit, like, still never happy.
Right.
That's what I
I
feel like
just
I'm doing.
wonder.
Uh, I
What do
feel like
you
I'm just
what
heeding
what?
the advice of those old people you hear, like, you know, the people that's on their deathbeds. You see the movies are like, yeah, don't ever regret it when you're young. Live every day to your. I feel like I'm just heeding their advice. Like, I'm really like taking them to the heart. Like, that's not gonna be me when I'm older. I'm gonna be like, nah, man, I was chilling. I was really good. Like, I lived every day to the fullest. I'm not gonna be like, no, throw the ball more with your son. I wish I would have not worked all those times. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be like, no, I did what I wanted. I did that. So I listened to the older generation in that regards right there. You feel me?
Right. Right. I mean, when I met you on tour and shit, that's exactly how you were. You were like, yo, I'm happy. I'm just happy to do
I
this
was
shit.
turned.
We out here, we doing this shit. And I'm like, this is, I'm like, this is, I fucks with Walt. I gotta be around Walt a little more
I was
because
just
I
turned. I was
already
like,
did this
hell
shit
yeah.
like 2, 3 times before you. So I was like, when I saw you like hype, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stay next to Walt to get that energy. I'm gonna steal that energy on the side. No one knew how I was stealing the energy a little bit. Like, yo, Walt's giving out that good energy. I'm gonna take a little bit
I
of
was
that.
I was turned everywhere. I don't give a fuck where we were. I was excited. The fuck. I don't give a shit where, what city, what small driving. I was happy. I don't care who the crowd looked like. I was at the merch table. I'll work it with you. Shit, let's go. Fuck. On
Right, right,
tour. How can you complain?
right.
You're on tour
Just
for
enjoying
music.
yourself.
What the fuck is the bad? That's what I was thinking. I was like, damn, how could I not be happy? Like, what the fuck? Shit.
Right. Right, right. So we're gonna end it there. Well, we're gonna start ending it there. If
Yes,
anybody
sir.
has any questions in the chat, put it up, and then we'll answer that. We'll do our best, try to answer that. I seen one before, Denise Rivera. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Do you both like the colors format for new music? Do you know what she's saying?
Mm-mm. Like talking about like when you in the music programs, like when you're mixing,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, is she talking about
like in Pro Tools, like
mixing?
have different colors.
I don't know. I don't even use Pro Tools. I just get free shit. Right now, I'm using free shit and I'm trying to put it together and I'm using my ears. I'm
That's
not trying to get like, yo, yeah, like I've seen people got advertisements and shit on YouTube. You be like looking at advertisements. Oh, look, I put the beat in, boom, 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 and they're like, but then I put it to this filter and it's perfect now. And I'm like,
yeah.
all right, but did you really work? Like, did you? I get it, but like, do you understand how things work, or you just putting it through the best plugins in the world and it's coming out? Like,
That's what it
I
is
mean,
nowadays. That's what it is nowadays. That's
I'm
crazy,
not.
right?
I'm not of that cloth, Walt. Man,
No, no, me either.
I
No, no. I'm
wanna.
just saying that's
I
crazy,
want it
right?
to just sound. If I want it to sound crazy and from like the new song is gonna sound like a little bit grungy and fuck it. Let's put it out there. Let you take it however you want to take it, and that's it. Like it's a work of art, and you could also enjoy it if you like to.
That's exactly what I do sometimes too. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to get so caught up on like trying to perfect it too much, anyways. Too get caught up in that race. Never happy with it. Never release shit. So now I'm second guessing myself on some detox shit like Dr. Dre and shit. Like
Right.
caught up in that
40
shit. No, I'll be
years
like, you know what?
later.
Just put it out. Yeah. Just put the shit out because the vibe is there when you created it. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. All
Yes.
right, so we got no questions today, but it was fun. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate you. Yo, Walt, I appreciate you,
That
man.
was
We'll do
dope.
this shit again. We'll do this shit again, man. It's no big deal. Thanks to everybody that came through, whether you came through for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or whatever. You stood the whole time. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time and attention. Street Sound Podcast out.